Hi everyone, this is Diane, and I'm packing up my winter Wonderland swap. It was make one get one or make two get two. I made two, but because this is Jenny's first swap, I am making one for her. So I am really just making one and getting one. And she is Jenny Hampton Worthington on Instagram, and I will link her YouTube down below. And this is due the 15th of January. So the requirements were an altered notepad with pen, a shaker, a dangle of some sort, a set of 4 beads, a set of 4 layered snowflakes, a set of 2 large or 4 small rosettes, a treat, and everything packaged up nicely in a toter bag. So this is what I made for Jenny. It's exactly the same, except for I did not make her an altered notebook, and I did not gift her a dice set. But I am going to gift her this little snowflake. It's just a wooden snowflake. I was wondering if I should put like her name and the name of the swap and the year. I haven't done that yet, but that's what I've been thinking. So anyways, so hers is kind of already packaged up. I'm going to set it aside here. And we'll just go through of what I'm going to be packing up for this swap. So I didn't make a tote, and I am not putting anything in a bag. I did make Erica's embellishment 3D, what was it? 3D embellishment box. So it's just her box. I really like it. I did do the side of shaker because I think that's just really cool. I dug through thousands of papers and found coordinating type of papers that would go together from different collections, because I have been crafting for probably 20 plus years, maybe 25. I was a scrapbooker for a long time, and then I started this. And so all my papers, a lot of it singles, collections were all pulled out and put in tubs and blah, 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 blah. So I can't tell you, unless it's a brand new collection, who the collection's by. But I'm pretty sure that this is probably an old Creative Memories paper. I'm not sure, but I did dig around, like I said, and I did find things to go together. The front of it is Jada Blossom's snowman. Their booth. This is their winter set that goes with it. I don't think that this came with a booth. I don't quite remember. This is Jada Blossoms. This, I believe, is KF's Crafts. And it looks like the center of my flower. I forgot to put a center of a flower in here, so I'll have to redo that. But so that's what the outside is. And the inside, I just did a collage of things I had left over. This was from the snow globe. This is from cutting cards apart. This was from, I don't know, inside something, the center. And the coffee cup I had made to go with something, and it didn't go, so I just put it in here. And of course, this is the box, and I just layered it inside, and that's what we're going to be filling, is this little box. So it was 2 small totes, or 2 small rosettes, or 2 large ones. So I made 3, and I made them in 3 different sizes. So I made a large, medium, and small. I figure that's good enough, right? I don't know why I had 3 in mine. I don't think I followed directions. I just saw that it was 2 of one or 4 of the other. So I did 3, so that's the middle. Oh, and I used KF's Crafts' new little rosette die that I received. I thought that was pretty cool. I hadn't been able to use it yet, so that was the first time I've been able to use that on something. And let's see. The next thing, I think, which was the big one? Oh, the snow globe. I was telling you I did a snow globe. So this is the center that came from the center of this. And this is Jada Blossom's little snow globe too. Of course, it's not so little. And this is the same snowman that I used on the outside of this book. And this little poinsettia, I believe, is Erica's. These came in from the middle of KF's Crafts ginger bows. I just reused them. And this snowflake, I actually found that I had from a Jada Blossom set. And so I used that. And this, I stenciled. I came across some, I wanted to do some snowflakes, just snowflakes on paper, you know, kind of like what I used. And I came across some of these Pink Posh's stencils. So what I did was I just stenciled this piece of paper just to put inside this card. And this card here, this is a collage of stuff I don't even know. I know this is Sizzix. This is Sizzix. I believe this is, I don't know. This goes with this set. So Sizzix, and I don't know if it was gifted to me. I don't remember ever buying anything like that, but you know. And so that was my little bag topper. And I'm just going to stick this paper in here. I thought it's kind of cool stenciling something and just using it. I found this snowflake paper or a bag. Actually, I was digging through my bags, and I probably have about 20 of these bags. I probably got them from the Dollar Tree a year or so ago and just didn't remember I had them. So I'm just going to stick my snow globe in here. It was pretty simple. Of course, you can't see the whole snowman because I filled it up with too much stuff, but he's in there. What I had to do, though, is I had to work on this to get it to go up to match because it was quite thick. I used the thick foam, but it got done. So I was really pleased with how that turned out. And I hope that they like that. I know it's a pretty big shaker. I'm not exactly sure what you would use it for unless you use it on the front of something like this. That would have looked really pretty. But I didn't think about it until afterwards. So this is going to be my shaker. And I'm using this washi tape to hold it down. All right, so I'm going to stick that in there. Then I didn't put this on yet, but this is some snowflakes that I used. I made, I think it said four layered snowflakes. So these are my layered snowflakes. And I had a bag. So I just got out all my glitter paper, hollow paper, and just started cutting away and mixing and matching. And Jenny's is pretty much exactly the same. Every time I cut out one, I cut out two. And, you know, there might be a different color here or there, but it really wouldn't be enough to be really noticeable. So she got all the same colors. They might have not been all layered the same. I don't know. I'm thinking they were, though. But everything, I think pretty much everything is pretty much the same. Because like I said, when I cut things out, why isn't it going in? Oh, maybe it's got to go in the other way. Oh, that works. So I just cut out two of everything. Maybe the layering on some things didn't quite weren't quite the same, but you know. All right, so then on this, I made this bag topper, and just the same, I just cut out snowflakes. Now this little flower here came from this 3D box. I forgot that she had flowers in there, and I just cut out one just to kind of gussy up the snowflake a little bit and make it change. So I am going to add this. I didn't really cut out any fancy, smancy. Oh, here's another one. I stenciled this also, this paper. It was Same stencil as I used here. I believe this is a Jada Blossoms one. And I think this is a Sizzix embossing. I didn't emboss this paper. I don't know why I didn't. I meant to, but I didn't. So, but isn't that pretty? It kind of all matches. So I'm going to put that in there. And then, since we have this out, I did do this. This is Jada Blossoms little banner with the snow. It's the same snow I used on the booth. And I did the hats and mittens because I used Scrap Diva's little hat for my memory decks. Was it memory decks? I don't think a memory decks was an requirement, but I went ahead and made them because this little hat just, to me, everything was winter. I just loved this because I was able to dig out a bunch of stuff I hadn't used and look through my dies, and I came across these skates and mittens. I remember buying this for Bethany, and I liked it so much that I bought myself a set too. I have a bigger roller ice skate, but I like the little ones, and I just drew the little laces on there. And this is Scrap Diva's letters, so I just wrote Burr. I just thought this was just perfect for a winter swap. So otherwise, I really don't have too much use for it. And like I said, I did stencil a lot of the white paper I had to kind of go with everything. I do have a new winter set from Close to My Heart, but I didn't really use a whole lot of that paper. So I think this hollow little baggie came from something that I bought from Ebony. Pretty cool, but it's wintry, so I figured I would use it. So the next is the bows. I got Scrap Diva's bows with this swap in mind. I didn't buy the KF's Craft one. I don't know why. Excuse me. I got to drink something. But I got them and I used them, and they're really cute. I only used the small one, and I tied tulle to each one of these. Just, I don't know. It just made it look. I did it on one. Well, actually, I did this bow first, and I used this tinsel, white tinsel yarn that I bought at Hobby Lobby, and it just, I don't know, looked kind of plain. So when I made these, I added tulle, and I liked it so much that I ended up adding tulle to them all, and I thought they came out really cool. And I put this on this paper before I just came across that stencil die to stencil paper with, so that one was kind of left out. Oh well. And then I did buy a die for them. It's a little one with snowflakes and some borders. I figured they'll enjoy that. I did not get one for Jennifer. Sorry. I did make a card for both of them. Jenny's looks a little different than these, and this is the stencil. This is the little stencil die, and I have another bigger one. I believe the bigger one is Pretty Pink Posh, and the small one is Jada Blossoms. And this Snowman Kisses is from a stamp that I have from Jada Blossoms also. I think it turned out really cute. I'm sending in them with an envelope and a little note. And then I'm going to add peppermint candy cane, because why not? And I have this little one left over from my candy cane little adventure, that Christmas party that my friends and I had, so I decided I would add that with the candy cane just to glam it up. I actually got the bobbin on my sewing machine. It finally ran out, and I didn't have a hard time putting thread back on the bobbin. I was really surprised. I usually have to fight with it. So I haven't been using it because I knew I didn't want to replace it soon. But I did this little tag here. I'm going to tie it on their bag, and it just says swap partner. That way Jenny will know which one's hers and which one. I made one for Jenny too. I just haven't tied the bag up yet. So this one will be for my swap partner. So I'm going to put it in here so I don't lose it. And I did put just a little wired wrap bead on here, just to glam it up. Then I bought some of these LED lights. They got little snowflakes. I bought these at the dollar store. I'm going to gift them to my partner. And I made this box. This is not a KF's Crafts. This is Scrap Divas box. And I like it. It's really fast and simple, except for gluing the acetate on, of course. But you know how that goes. And this I have in here housing my dangle. And let me see if I can take it out. I made two, one for Jennifer, pretty much exactly the same. Hope I can get all that back in here. Eee. All right. I did put tissue on the bottom just to, so it doesn't fall all the way down. So I don't know. I wanted the tinsel in there. Oh, I showed you the box the wrong way. I put a little snowflake on there with a little heart. I don't know, how did I do that? I think I wrapped it around my fingers. And then I stuffed it in. I just wanted it to look sparkly and wintry and, special. But maybe I shouldn't have taken it out. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Okay. So here's my dangle, and I wired wrap. This is the focal bead. So I just put a whole bunch of beads in there. I don't have a lot that would go with this collection, so I just used what I had. And I did some words like snowflake, snow, icy, burr, 2025. Can you believe it's almost 2025? I love this bead. I love this bead. These are a couple of special beads that I got. I love this bead. So I just put a bunch of stuff on here that I really liked that I thought would go. I put some lavender in here just to break up the green, because I didn't really use a whole lot of green, but I didn't want it all blue either. So that is my dangle. And then I had the swap finished, except for buying the treat. We had to buy, it was required, a treat was required. So when my husband said he was going down the store, I told him to pick me up two little boxes of candy, like Junior Mints or something. So he came home. He said, I know there was no Junior Mints. There was no boxes of Junior Mints. So I had to make this box because what he bought was these Dove peppermint. So this box, this is a box from Natalie. Nicole, I'm sorry, not Natalie. Nicole. And it's got this little purse in here. And I figured that box was just big enough, so I just made a little purse. This is a brand new die that I got from Alicia. She did the 12 days of Christmas, and that was one of the gifts. She gifted me quite a few dies, but I figured that was just perfect for the purse, and so I used it. And I probably should do a Velcro, but I don't think I want to, because I'm afraid that will pull that up. I don't know. I might. But anyways, that's how I decorated that. And then the next this is the reason why I got the sewing machine out. I have a whole bunch of these composition books. I really like composition books. I do use them, but I love doing this. I love making I love making shaker composition books. Normally I put ribbon in here, but on this one I just glued the backing up and I just left it a regular notebook instead of a tied book. And I ran out of thread right here. Right here. So that's why I had to fight with the bobbin. And actually it wasn't a fight. It worked really well. It went in. The stitch lines went really well. The tension. So what I did was I just ran through it with a goofy line again just to make it look a little goofy. And poured the shaker bits in. This was what I used. The leftover shaker bits for this is what I used in the snow globe. And I thought it was just so pretty. This was the biggest paper that I had to match that kind of went with the theme of what I'm using. But I wanted it kind of a lighter color so you could see the shaking mix. And I like putting glitter in here. The glitter will come out a little bit, but usually it will just make the paper look glitter. And so what I did was I made a bookmark. This is because I got my sewing machine working. I decided to make a bookmark using the paper from the back, the leftover paper. This is Scrap Divas. And usually I use it for dangles, but this time I just sewed it. I sewed acetate on here, and I used this little gingy that Soleil sent me because it had a little snowflake with it. So I figured, well, if you have a notebook, at least you can have something to put in it, right? So you know where your place is. And then I just made a pin to kind of match. And I just put the dangle on there. It said winter. I put one of my favorite coveted beads because it just went. I just love this bead. I just love the sparkle. I know you can't see in the camera exactly what it looks like, but it is a favorite of mine. So anyways, that is the swap. And I'll be sending this out. Thank goodness. I've got just work on my cocoa swap. And then I've got Valentine's to do. So there you go. Thank you very much for coming by, and may God bless your day. Bye.